welcome to my kitchen.
Hi, today we are coming to you from Dr. Chrissy's kitchen.
And what are we cooking, Julia Child?
We are cooking a chicken avocado soup
with a cherry lemon fizz. So we're gonna get right to it because I know you guys are hungry.
So are we.
So are we. It's you that's hungry, not us. Okay, so we've got some chopping going on over here.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys, this is real time, so we're just gonna do it. We're gonna chop and cook and put it in the bowl and shred. We're going right for it.
Okay, so what are you doing over here?
I am shredding the chicken.
Okay, so we've got, what do we have there? A couple good-sized chicken breasts.
Mm-hmm.
And you're shredding it up. Shredding is really super simple. All you have to do is cook the chicken breasts. You can even do this. Yeah, you can even do this. You know, if you have a rotisserie chicken that you got, you can pull it up right off the bone. That's already ready to go. But
can you see my chicken? Over here on the cutting board.
Yeah. Perfect.
So to save time, we actually pre-cooked this chicken. So we did it in the Instapot. And if you guys don't know the Instapot, I love this thing.
I don't have an Instapot.
So you could do it in any slow cooker, but if you're in the market for a new crock pot, the Instapot is amazing because it's like half pressure cooker and half crock pot. So I just put a little bit of broth and water in the bottom, and I just let it go this morning while I was gone from the house. So when we came back, the chicken is just like perfect. Falling apart.
Yeah.
Looks awesome.
So, okay. And then what are you doing, Dr. Taylor?
I just cut up some green onions. The white part is actually going to go in the pot along with the chicken and the broth and everything. So I've already cut up the white part of the green onion, and I'm going to put that into the pot. There we go. And that adds really good flavor. And then the green part, the end part, is going to be more for garnish.
And then Caitlin over here is getting it ready in the pot. So what are you putting in there, Caitlin?
I have like 1.5 quarts of chicken and bone broth. This is from our Windy Meadows Family Farm bone broth. Oops. It's so good.
Let's bring it real close so they can see the label. So if you guys haven't tried this from the office, it's Windy Meadows. Oh, and it's going to be backwards. I forgot to put it right way. But anyways, it's Windy Meadows, and it's $5.25 a quart, and worth every penny. This stuff is so thick. Let me see if I can get a shot in the pot. All right, let's see. So let's see if we can make it work. So look how thick this is. Like, it's so gelatinous. And the more gel that is in your broth, the more collagen it has in it. So that's going to be more protein, more good stuff for your gut. And so if you're going to have bone broth, you really, really, really want to make sure that it is super jelly like that. So I've seen some other ones that you can buy in the store that aren't quite so jelly, and they're great too. I'm sure they have lots of great nutrients and minerals and all of that, but they're not going to have as much collagen and the protein part of it that a nice gel broth will have. So, and you can of course make this at home. So if you'd like to make your bone broth at home, then there's a recipe on drjensrecipes.com on how to do that. And it looks like we have chicken ready to come in the pot.
It's coming.
Your doggy's waiting for me to drop something.
Yeah, they're
Anxiously waiting.
She's like, please drop it, Dee Dee.
So this is a little over a pound of chicken, and that's what the recipe calls for. And this was just a chicken breast from Windy Meadows as well. So we really love Windy Meadows for all of our chicken needs.
Want me to go over how to easily get into an avocado?
This changed my life.
Let's maybe do the garlic first because it's got to go in the pot.
There we go.
Okay, Caitlin is going to show us how to easily get into a garlic clove.
Not to call my husband out, but I've watched him try to open a garlic before, and it took him like 5 minutes just to get into one. But what a lot of people don't know is if you just put your garlic clove on your cutting board and put your knife over it and just smash it, it just opens right up and falls out. It's the easiest thing.
Has it changed your life now, too?
Life-changing cooking tips.
I sat there and peeled it for hours.
Like with a peeler?
Yeah, with my hands.
Oh, I've got so many like garlic tools.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's like the garlic,
Is that the
I don't
roller?
know, the hose, and you put the garlic in there and you do this. Or I have like the garlic press. We love garlic around here.
I have a press, and that's great. But
And this one is like a little chopper. You put it in there and roll it back and forth. But I love this because all you do is smash it, and then it's already like 90% smashed. I mean, you smashed it.
Oils are coming out, all that good flavor.
smells so good
Yeah.
too.
I'm sure there's a great cooking term for that.
Clean.
Do you think it's small enough?
That's perfect.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay.
So we're going to throw that in the pot now. And it goes. Oh, look at that.
It smells so good.
If you guys could smell it, it smells so good.
It really does.
Okay,
Here's
here's
a life-changing thing. So what I have here is I've already done one part of this though. All you do is you take your knife and you open it all the way up around the seed, just like this. 2 halves right here, but 1 half has this big old pit in it. So the best way to get rid of that pit is this and just twist it just like that. And that goes right in the trash. Now, this right here is going to be a garnish on top of it. So what I'd like to do is to make little squares out of this. So all you do is you take your knife, you kind of just walk it through up into the skin, just like this. And then you take your spoon and you just put it all the way around and you get all these nice little squares. Perfect for a garnish. And you just do that with both sides. So super easy. And that's it.
It's my favorite food, I think.
I think so too. They don't really last that long in my house.
and they're so popular right now. The avocado toast. Have you guys tried that?
Avocado toast?
Yeah.
Actually, when I was pregnant, I got toast that had big cloves of garlic baked in it, and I put avocado on top with butter.
Because that's brain. That's building your baby's brain when you have all that fat like that.
Yeah, I craved it though.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It was totally. All right, so we have our green onions for garnish, and we have our avocados for garnish. We have those ready.
Have you ever bought an avocado or like a bag of them and then by the time you can eat them, I mean, I know Dr. Taylor said that they don't last long, but they just go bad before you can eat them. So I learned this trick. I learned this trick so when your avocados are ripe and they're perfect, but maybe you have like 6 of them and you can't eat them all, if you put them in your fridge, they will stay for a really long time. Green and perfect and ripe, and then they don't go bad. Because I've really thrown them out and I feel so bad about it.
That's really sad.
Like the big Costco bag, that's such a good deal, but I can't eat them fast enough.
And you know what the other thing is that maybe you guys know this trick, but when you're at the store and you're looking at avocados and you feel one that's ripe, do you know how to figure out if it's going to have like all those brown spots in the middle or not? You guys know? Okay, so all you have to do is you have to pop like the little. We've already opened it up, but there's like a little where the stem was, and all you do is pop that off, and you look at the spot in there, and if it's green, then you're good to go. But if it has some brown pieces in it, then probably the avocado's already gone bad.
Wow.
So that's how you can make sure you get a good one.
That's a really good trick.
Yeah, it saved me a few times.
Yeah.
So we've got one more ingredient that needs to go in the pot, which is a teaspoon of sriracha sauce. So we've got this one.
That's already
And, you know, I did a little bit of back and forth to figure out which is going to be the best one. I ended up going with this one because it's a little bit more traditional. It has the fish extract in it, fish sauce in it, which is more how an actual Asian sriracha chili sauce is going to be. They all have a little bit of sugar in it. I couldn't find one that didn't. But this is less than a gram of sugar per teaspoon, so it's not that much. So we're just going to stir that in there. Oh, look at that goodness.
And more if you really like it spicy.
I like my things spicy.
Not all of us do.
Dee Dee does. We're gonna go with Dee Dee's taste on this one, because you could always add more later when you're eating it. I don't know that you have to put it in at this point. Okay, so now the recipe just calls to let all the flavors meld and go together for about 10 minutes. So we're gonna let that happen, and meanwhile we're gonna make our cherry lemon fizz.
Yummy.
Yummy. Okay. Do you want to talk about the grain-free tortilla?
Oh yeah, I will. I love these. Okay, so we've been in a basically grain-free household for the past couple of years, and one of the things that I missed and why it took me so long to not want to go grain-free is tortilla chips. I have an addiction. You know, the first thing is to admit that you have an addiction, right? Well, I do. I could eat a whole bag. But this company, Siete, they are actually out of Austin, and they make these grain-free tortilla chips. So the only ingredients in this is cassava flour. This is a root, usually from South America. It's a staple in South America. It's got avocado oil, coconut flour, ground chia seeds, sea salt, citric acid, and lime oil. So these are the lime flavor. These are really good, and this goes really well. This is technically kind of like a tortilla soup, so you can actually have these and still be grain-free, have the good fats from the soup, have the good gelatin and collagen from the bone broth, and the awesome pasture-raised chicken. So anyway, I love this. They have different flavors and everything too. The nacho, they have regular sea salt, right? And they have the lime. I think those are the 3 flavors that they have.
Yeah, and they're all really, really good.
They
I
are.
love those
They're
things.
excellent.
They like the only complaint that I've heard about it is that they break a little bit easier than normal tortilla chips. But if that's your biggest complaint, and you get to go grain-free, it's pretty good. It's good stuff. All right, who wants some cherry lemon fizz? Me too. Let's make it. All right.
And bring it around?
Yeah, turn us around.
All right, here we go. Don't get dizzy, guys.
Dee Dee, are you our lemon chopper?
My goal is not to cut myself on air.
A worthy goal.
Yeah. Just slice them?
Yeah, just in half. In half. Other half. Other way.
The other half?
Because I'm going to show you my handy dandy squeezer.
Oh.
I think it's 2 ounces of each per 8 ounces of this. So this is 25 ounces.
There you go.
8, 16, 24. So we're going to do 6 ounces of each per.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, guys, if you know me at all, you know I have a serious addiction to Gerolsteiner. And it's, you know, there's no 12-step program. I'm not willing to go into a 12-step program about Gerolsteiner.
You just did the first one. You admitted.
I've admitted. I'm not going any further than admitting it. But I love this stuff, you guys. It is so good. We buy it by the case, and now I've got my husband addicted to it too. So like half our paycheck is going to Gerolsteiner. That's okay. So we're going to doctor it up a little bit today. So this is pretty fizzy, so if you're not a big fan of the fizz, then you could also use still mineral water for it. Alright, so we got our water in there, and you see I have a reserve because I'm going to need more later. Okay, and then we're going to do 6 ounces of tart cherry juice. I really like, what's the brand that you recommend, Dr. Taylor?
What is that brand? It starts with an L.
Lakewood?
Lakewood. Yes.
Lakewood, okay.
Yeah, Lakewood brand. It's family owned. Let me get this.
Yeah, come on over here.
Yeah. Hello. It's family owned, and they have just really good process of making sure that it stays as good as possible through the entire preparation, where they find their cherries as well as how they process it.
Yeah, and it doesn't have any added sugar. Now, I wasn't able to get that, so the one I have has a little bit of apple juice in it too, but I would really suggest that you get the one that's just tart cherry, because it's going to have less sugar and all of the benefits for you. So y'all, whoever designed my house, they put the garbage disposal right where your hip always hits it to turn it on, and it has scared so many people.
Yeah, another victim.
Another victim. The architect's just laughing somewhere. So I'm using, for my 2 ounces, just a shot glass, and my husband would be really happy to tell you about how the Cubs won the World Series last year. So this is this is my measuring glass. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and now we need to get some lemon juice. So if y'all don't have this, if you like lemon juice and you don't have this squeezer, it is amazing. It'll turn your lemons inside out. So it makes it really, really easy to get a lot of juice out of them. And we're probably going to need even some more lemons, I think. So I like to do a little two-part squeeze to get every little bit of it out. 1. All right, there's 2 ounces.
So one of the things about cherry juice, one of the things about cherry juice is that it actually increases your melatonin naturally. Did anybody know that? I love taking just a little bit of tart cherry juice just before bedtime, because melatonin is one of those things that as we get older we tend to not make as much of, or if we're really stressed, our bodies aren't able to make as much of it. And it helps us sleep, helps us get in that good sleep-wake cycle.
Okay, Smarty Pants Doctor, what's melatonin?
Melatonin. Melatonin is a hormone that your body makes that helps keep your circadian rhythm, or the sleep-wake cycle of your body, healthy. So, you're nice and rested when you wake up in the morning, and you get sleepy at night, and you fall asleep well, and you stay asleep at night. So as we get older, that's why we need less and less sleep. Babies have a lot of melatonin. That's why they sleep, 16, 17, 18 hours a day.
If you're lucky.
If you're lucky.
I'm back here rolling my eyes.
Or they sleep more often, or they need more sleep. Right? They may not want it.
Well, they just get their sleep while you're at work. And then during the night, that's playtime.
So, but as we get older, we just don't need as much sleep because we don't produce as much melatonin. But when we're really, really stressed out, that even causes a lot more problems with the production of melatonin. So tart cherry juice is one way to actually add in doesn't add melatonin, it helps your body produce more.
All right, let's taste test this. I think we need a few more. 2 more. Hey guys. Julie, Terry, hey. Bonnie, Zarina, hey. Tell us if you guys have tried these recipes before. I feel like it's kind of unfair to cook these and not invite you guys over to actually taste it. Okay, so if you've got people in your life who love soda, and don't want to give it up, here's a nice opportunity for something fizzy that isn't going to be so sugar laden. So there's really negligible sugar in a lemon. In your tart cherry juice, if you get it plain, it's going to be so little sugar as well. So you've got all the lovely carbonation with some flavoring without all of the sugar liability to it. So
This is awesome.
okay, let's
Cheers.
Oh, yeah, let's cheers.
Erica. Erica's here too. There she is.
Hi. All right, cheers.
cheers, you guys.
Cheers. It's very yummy.
Mm-hmm. I I need a
I'm
straw
glad I mentioned it.
and a little umbrella.
Yeah, I know.
It is really good.
It is good.
Yeah.
Well, I think our soup is pretty much done. So this is perfect.
Yeah, it is.
Our
really
soup
boiling.
is boiling big time. And all the flavors are melded. It's going to have to cool down a little bit.
Once you put it in the bowls, it'll cool.
Yeah. All right, so let me see if I can give you guys a shot. Oh, it's kind of hard. Okay. You have to trust me. It's boiling.
Let me lift it up.
And it looks and smells so good. Yeah. Bring it on up. There we go. How great it looks. All that chicken.
All the steam coming off of it.
Okay, let's get it in some bowls here.
I think I found it. Little.
No, it's over here. There's our ladle.
So I would sing ladle. Or is it dreidel?
It's straight on.
Sorry, Marwood. You didn't play that much as a kid, did you?
Not Jewish ancestry.
No. Lutheran.
All right, so we've got our bowls ready to go. Let's, okay, so I'll spoon it out and you put some fixins on it.
All right.
Okay. All right, bowl one. Julie says, good tip to avoid brown spots. I'm glad that was a new tip. That has saved me so many times getting overripe avocados, because that's my thing. Because I always get it, like I'm not like a huge pre-planner, so I always get my avocados when I want them. So of course you go for the ones that are softer, right? But then you run the risk, then the minute you get home you can't even use it. So that has saved me so many times, that trick. All right, last bowl. And this recipe technically makes enough for 4 people, but I think we're going to get a lot more mileage out of it. So this recipe is on drjensrecipes.com. It's called Chicken Avocado Soup, and it's under the 15-minute meals. So, like, if you even pre-chop things, like say this is going to be an evening meal for you guys, I wouldn't expect it to take more than 15 minutes. But if you wanted to pre-chop some things ahead of time, it would probably even take you less time. And like I mentioned in the beginning, I just had a frozen chicken breast that I had from Windy Meadows. I pulled it out of the freezer this morning and I threw it in my Instapot or crock pot and just cooked it since about 7 o'clock this morning. So it was probably even longer than it necessarily needed to be. But by the time we got it out of the Instapot, it just fell apart. So instead of like actively shredding it, it was more like just
It lay there.
like it just fell apart. So we've got our bowls over here.
There we go. Everybody gets a spoon.
All right, let's take a look at these babies. Look how yummy. Ah, looks so good.
I'm going to get some more of this too. There we go. Yummy. All right, can we bring it to the table?
Yeah, let's bring it to the table. We're probably not going to be able to eat this for a few minutes unless we want to put some ice cubes in it, because it was boiling. Like, watch out, it's hot.
All right, come on, guys. Get the chips. Perfect. again, I mean, really, how long did that take? We didn't go on until, what, 12:35? It's just now 1. So with all of our commentary and everything here, it still really only took about 20 minutes.
That's so fast.
Yeah, I mean, that right there is a quick evening meal. Usually, I don't like to cook anything that takes anything longer than 30 minutes.
I feel like
Crock pot's
during the
even
week,
better. Yeah, during
Like
the
I
week
just don't
it's
even
tough.
have time.
Do you want regular water or fizzy water?
Oh, I would love some fizzy water, please.
Some tortilla chips.
I always get intimidated by recipes. So when I see a recipe, I usually just say, I'm not doing it. But this is super, super
It's
easy.
basically just throwing everything into a pot.
Yeah, no, this is really good.
So it makes it super simple for a great weeknight, healthy meal. It's hearty because all the chicken plus the avocado. And then you add these green food tortilla chips. You really can't beat it.
There are so many more recipes that are just as simple as this one that are on drjensrecipes.com. We compile recipes on there all the time. And I'm a little bit off screen, you guys, it's me. We compile recipes on there all the time. And so there's probably at least 20 or more that are 15 minutes or less that are really easy to make, nothing to get intimidated by. This has what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ingredients in it. Like you really can't go wrong with 5 ingredients. And I can speak from experience because I am not a cook. Like I mentioned just a second ago, I'm like a last minute kind of girl. I don't do a ton of pre-planning, especially when it comes to cooking and eating. So, like, I'm one of those, oh yeah, we're gonna need to eat sometime today kind of people. And so,
I'm the exact opposite.
yes, that's true. So she's the one that puts the recipes on, or she's the one that comes up with a lot of these recipes or adapts them from places that she finds. But some of them are mine too that are just like something that is really, really, really easy because I'm not going to sit down and I'm not going to read like a big long recipe. I'm not going to like go through all the intricate details. Like the way that we did it today where I was like, okay, we have 5 ingredients and we just chop it up and put it together. That was kind of the instructions that happened prior to this video. And that's honestly how I cook all the time.
I just wait for my husband to cook.
If I'm going to cook. My husband cooks a lot too because he likes the planning.
It is really good.
This is really
It's
good.
so good.
All right, are there any questions that you got coming up? There's none left.
Sorry, Terry. I've heard with chicken bone broth because I've tried to make it myself as good as Wendy Meadows does it. And I feel like we eat so much of it at my house.
Us too.
I've heard like the gelatinous factor though. I've heard it's all about the feet, the chicken feet. I have a little bit of a hard time getting past the chicken feet nails, but and I haven't tried it yet. But I've heard if you're gonna make it yourself, you just have to do the feet. You just have to go with the feet. So when I do it, I'll let y'all know how it goes.
We made bone broth, and I do have to agree that it is about the feet, and also the amount of time that you cook with. But we haven't made bone broth around here for a while because the Wendy Meadows is so good.
And so convenient.
It's so reasonable.
Yeah.
It comes to you like you can never see the feet. They're already in
Yes.
the
They're not ground up in there either, so don't think that either.
No.
No.
The way that bone broth is made is that you put the bones, the carcass of the animal, whether it's chicken or beef or whatever kind of broth it is, into like just a big cooking pot with a little bit acid medium, like say vinegar or lemon juice, something like that. And then you let it cook at a low temperature for a really, really long time, like 12 hours. Some of them are even longer, like a couple days that they'll let it go. And so that by the time that you get it, it's just a gel. There's nothing there. And some places cook it until literally the bone is completely gone.
Oh, wow.
So you're getting all of those minerals, all of that, the collagen, every piece of the bone, which actually our bodies need. You know, our ancestors ate a lot of organ meats and like the whole animal, and we're designed to need all of that too. So this is a way that we can get it without actually chewing on a chicken foot.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't do
much
that.
better.
Yeah.
Mustard's delicious.
So it goes in very gelatinous, but once it heats up, it becomes just like your broth that you're used to. And with the price point that we have it at the office, you'd pay that much for organic broth at the grocery store without all the good gelatinous properties and all the minerals and everything associated with it. So really, you are getting a superior product for the same price.
At a farmer's market in Dallas, I saw quarts of chicken bone broth for, I think it was $18 a quart.
Wow.
Really, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe, I mean, I just, it makes, ours is so good and so much more reasonable.
Wow.
At the Dallas farmer's market, I saw that.
Oh, wow.
Seen it too many other places though.
Obviously, somebody's buying it.
I mean, it's so good.
They were ordained chickens.
All right. Well, I think we're going to continue eating our lunch. And is there anything else that we need to go over?
No, I don't think so. All the recipes are available on drjensrecipes.com.
Two N's.
Yeah.
Dr. Jen.
Dr. Jen with 2 N's. And we would love for you to try some of those recipes, this one or another one. Let us know how it goes. We want to hear some feedback. Your most popular recipe on there is the fluffy coconut pancakes.
Yes.
So if you're looking for a grain-free pancake, that's the way to go.
Yeah, and
So.
it doubles up really easy, too. So.
Thanks for joining us. We really appreciate you guys. I hope that you have a delicious lunch as well.
Bye.
Bye.